Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is bingo night. I'm so excited to be playing bingo tonight. I'm trying to fix my phone that's on a hook here without shaking the screen. So, oh, that's not what you want. That would be a commercial. All right, 1 second here. Well, I'm trying to do it without shaking the screen, but we're just going to have to because I don't want you sitting here looking at a blank screen. I want to change. Make sure you change your top chat to live chat. Make sure you drag your bar all the way to the beginning because you want to make sure you're up to date. No worries, Nancy. Hello from Tennessee. Oh, no problem, Eileen. Welcome. Hello, Steph. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I saw everybody when I was doing my messages. Here goes a little bit of shaking while I'm trying to get my camera to go here so I can see messages. Hello, Tashana. So welcome, everybody. I'm Marcie Besecker, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And so I'm super excited. I love bingo night. You guys know if you follow me, bingo night is so much fun. And I have some really fun projects for you. I do have quite a few new people tonight, so we're going to go over the rules a little bit. So if you don't have your drink, go grab a drink and relax. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm going to go over a couple little housekeeping things really quickly. If you are interested in bingo tonight, I still have maybe 3 packets left, 3, maybe 4. So if you're interested, the link is below. Be careful, there's February's bingo, and then I also have March listed. So if you are interested in March, you can go ahead and sign up for that also, but you could do it after the game. Me too, Tracy. It's going to be so much fun. I know, Shirley, I'm super excited. I do have, like I said, a handful of new people, so we are going to go over exactly how to play bingo because a lot of you do not know, and that is perfectly fine. We're going to go over it and refresh a little bit on the rules and how things work. Okay, so bingo in March, just so you know, is going to be March 15th. I usually do it Tuesday. It happens to work for most people. So mark it on your calendar. Again, you can always subscribe or register now. And then just as long as you pay, and I have to get a date to put on there, but I like to make the kits and have them ready to go for you so you don't have to wait so long. So, excuse me, I have all the kits right here. They are all packaged and ready. Even the few tonight that sign up late, they're ready to go. I just need to put labels on them. That is why when it comes closer to bingo, I only have so many kits left. For those of you that follow me know I'm in the middle of a remodel. And sad news today, my contractor can't come this week because he had a family emergency last week that put him a little behind in another project that he said a lady's house is tore apart and he will not leave her like that. So I'm thankful for that he will not leave her stranded, but that means we're into next week. So, oh, good, Katie. I'm glad you're watching. Again, if anybody does want to still play, I still have a few kits left. The link's below. So anyway, no contractor this week, but that's okay. I don't know if I posted. I think I took it off. My husband has been, if you look on my Facebook page, my husband has been putting together 2, 3, 4 cabinets a night, just the last couple nights to get us going. And we have a lot of cabinets to put together. So he's like 2 or 3 is my limit a night because they are IKEA cabinets and they're kind of a pain. But I'm thankful he started that. I was asked about my tulip class. Yes, it is still available only if you want the PDF and the private video link. The PDF will give you everything you need to put kits together. And then you can join us on Saturday and create the projects along with us. or the video link will always be available for you to go back and do it at your leisure. So if you'd like to, that will be available, and I'll go over that again a little bit later. That video tomorrow night, there will not be a video because I am focusing on getting my tulip class ready for Saturday, and all the kits should be out, should be getting received by everybody. So hopefully you're getting them. And because I'm going to be on here tonight, I'm going to take a little break tomorrow. Okay. Oh, and I have a little announcement later, and we're going to do a drawing for everybody that participated. And so we are going to do a fun little freebie giveaway. So in addition to bingo. All right, how bingo works. So when you registered for bingo, you gave me 5 numbers. So those are your numbers. You need to have them in front of you. So please make sure you have your numbers. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take my little bingo bucket and I'm going to call out numbers. And so let's just say the first number is going to be 29. Okay, so if you, great Leslie, thank you. If 29 is one of your numbers, then you're going to type in a B on the chat and send it over. Just put B and return. If you are on here and you're not able to chat, make sure you are signed in to Google and that you're able to chat. The second thing, Carolyn, they're all listed below. If you're talking about for bingo, I put a supply list below, and it's also, make sure that you are on my Facebook page on Marcie Besecker Designs. And I also posted that several days ago, what the list is. So make sure you put that there. Oh, Cheryl, I'm glad. I'm so glad you like the kits. Oh, thank you, Terry. Me too. I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so what you do is type in a B, hit enter. If you call a second number, type BI, hit enter. And then BIN, hit enter, keep going. Especially important when you're just waiting for that 5th number, you type BINGO and you wait. And as soon as I call your number, you hit enter. The first person on every bingo that gets their bingos up first, and it's what I see because there's a lapse a little bit. So the first one who gets bingo gets the $100 shopping with me on page. Now, there are consolation prizes for second place, so don't worry about that. You will get something exciting and fun in the mail also. Now, that being said, what happens is once you win, you can only win one time. And I've decided, because I've had several people ask me, can you win again? So here's my thought, and I've kind of thought this out, and I can't see a negative to this. So if you choose to forego your consolation prize, I will allow you to continue playing to win another bingo. Okay, so that's up to you. If you forego your consolation prize, you can keep playing. That is totally up to you. So that's what I think is fair. If there's a reason that doesn't sound fair, let me know. But a lot of people want to continue playing, and I understand that. So I think that would be kind of a fair thing to do. I can't imagine a downside. So we're going to let that go tonight. That's how it will be. If there's a reason there's a downside to that, let me know. But I say if you want to go like that, that's fine. Okay, so what happens is you will email me, and you can either go to the marciebeseckerdesigns.com up above and contact me and email me there. You can email me at marcie@marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and you can give me your order, or you can message it to me on Facebook. Give me your order. And okay, Mary, I saw your thing come in. So give me your order, and then anything over $100, you will pay the difference. So normally people like to put the $150 in because it's the party. Right now you get 3 celebration items. You get your 10%. It will be your party. It will ship directly to you. So what I'll do is, let's say it's $162. I will take a screenshot of your order that I have ready to go. I'll send it to you, and then you send me the $62.50 or whatever the difference is of $100, and then I could put your credit card number in. You could PayPal me the difference, whatever you prefer. And so that's how we do it. And then as soon as I receive that payment, I send it to you. Okay, Debbie, I'll check tracking. Let me write a note here and I'll check it after. Tulip kit. I will check that for you. Okay, so Mary, I need your numbers, Mary. Can you just put them on here because it's easier than for me to get off screen and go look for them. Well, Eileen, if you want, but it's not as fun. And you can still play if anybody wants to play, the link below. Okay, so that's how you play. And so I give 4 bingos. We play 4 bingos and we do 4 projects. So I will create a project first and then we will play bingo. Project, bingo, project, bingo, project, bingo. Now, when we play our bingo, lost my train of thought. You want to make sure that you're on live chat. So when you look at the top, it says live chat, not top chat. So live chat is what's going on person by person and how they're chatting and how it's going, not just the people that are talking the most. So I hope that makes sense. Also, make sure, especially if you joined last, you grab your bar across the bottom and drag it. You want to make sure you're up to the current timing, so that when I'm calling numbers, you are with us at the same time. So, all right. So, Mary, I need you to message me your numbers, please. All right. I'm going to have to, let me look really quick here. Sorry, I want to make sure that Mary gets in. Okay, Mary, I'm looking at your numbers right now. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, Mary, got them. Oh, it's much easier on my phone than it is my computer when I'm doing it this way. Okay, so if everybody's ready, the other quick note to tell you is once the video is done, then I put a timestamp in the description at the very top. It'll say project 1, project 2, and so on. And then that way, once you get your kit, you can come back and let's say you say, I want to do project 3 first. You just click project 3. It'll take you right to the beginning of creating the project, and you don't have to go through all the bingo stuff and all the directions and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps and makes sense. My bingos are normally, I like to do some technique and some, teach you something and, that kind of thing. So you'll have some fun creating. And so let's get going. Let me clean my desk up from my bingo people. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a lot of fun. Let me get my bingo numbers back over there out of my way. And let's start with the first card. Is there any questions? Let me know if there are any questions. And I'm going to show you, first of all, what your gift will be, because you're going to want to use it. Yay! So, in your bag, oh, I shouldn't have showed you your goodie. Okay, pretend you didn't see that. You're going to get a blending brush and a blender pen. Okay, so don't look at your goodie. And this is going to be our first card. And there's a little bit of a technique on there. Uh-oh, I lost my YouTube. Hold on here. I got to be able to read it on my phone. Okay, sorry about that. Yay, card craft time. Okay, so this is the card we're going to create. What we used is the Blessings of Home. Okay, so we're going to use, the paper is from Hello Friend. So this is coming from the How do I keep screen on plus my comments? Okay, Mary, keep trying. Terry, how do I, I don't know because I can see the comments. Are you on your phone? Does anybody know the answer to this? Because I know mine's different because I'm on like a back. Oh, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Can anybody help Terry? She can't see the comments. Computer and phone. Okay. Oh yeah, minimize your screen. That might help, and then you'll see the screen and the comments. Oh, try and minimize it maybe. Or maybe turn your phone. I don't know if it's landscape or portrait. Mini player. Okay, you guys, thank you for helping her. Okay, Leslie. Leslie, can you just post your numbers for me? Okay, so here we go. So here we're going to use just this smaller stamp right here, and we're going to use the Flowers of Home, and we're going to use this one. I'm going to keep looking up and see if Terry, make sure you got that fixed. Maybe log out and back in. But I think minimizing is gonna help. Dana, we are just getting started. Okay, before I start bingo, Terry, I'm gonna make sure you're all good to go. And Leslie, if you can give me your numbers when you can. All right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna get a kit just like this. Okay. You're gonna get a kit just like this. It's gonna say project number 1. All right. And so we're gonna open our kit. Okay, Leslie, got it. Thank you. All right, we're going to have this. I tied your bow for you. Okay, so you'll have your bow and you'll have your ribbon. All right, so this is the piece of paper that you're going to stamp on. I gave you a long piece for your sentiment. Don't forget your rhinestones. Just move those aside. Now, if you look at the card, you're going to notice that it looks kind of like a slat wall in the back. Okay, so what I'm going to, yes, I did, Leslie, thank you. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I measured that. I did not do it because I want to show you, because this is kind of an important way to figure out so your spacing's equal, okay? This one, I'm going to tell you right now, the spacing is not equal. I started and then I realized what my mistake was. So I'm going to show you. All right, so you're going to get your trimmer out. And what you're going to do is you want it to be on 15/16, okay? So I'm going to go right before the 1. There's a tick mark right before the 1. And I know this is going to be kind of hard to see. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, thank you very much, Jan. Yes, you're right. Leslie, what number do you not want? Mary, I was able to go get your numbers. Leslie, you need to take one number away. Okay, so it's going to be 15/16, okay? So we're going to go right there and we're going to score. All right, so now you're going to think that it's 15/16 again, okay? You're going to move up, but remember you're going to take one little mark away because it's not 1 inch. Okay. All right, got it. Thanks, Leslie. Okay, so you're going to do 15/16. So it's the little tick mark right before the 1. All right. Then you're going to go down. Instead of the tick before the 2, you're going to slide back 1. Because remember, it's not 1 inch. I know I got to move this up. Sorry, you guys. You know I'm in a temporary spot. It's kind of goofy. Okay, so instead of going all the way to 1 inch, you're going to go back 1 because it's 15/16. Okay. So now what I do is I go to 15, I go back 2, and then go back a third one. Does that make sense? You really only want to go 15/16. So each one you're going to delete 1 so that it's the same space. Okay, so that was on the third one. Now you're going to come up to the fourth one back, which is 3 3/4. Okay, I'm hoping this makes sense to you guys. All right, and then you're going to go there. And now your slat wall is even all the way across. I know my lighting is really goofy here. Okay, so it's all the way across. It is 15/16 each space. So just don't start at 15/16 on each one because that's not what it's going to be. Okay, because you want to make sure you go back a space. All right, I hope that made sense to you. All right, so that's how we did our slat wall. So now we're going to take our image here. Let's put all of our goodies together here. And now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And I used StazOn, okay? So StazOn is what I used. Thank you, Mary. Right here. Because now I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the blender pen right here. Okay, so we're going to ink our flower up. And we're going to die cut it, so don't worry about that. Okay. So there it is. Nice, and it's a nice soft looking color, but let me wipe this off really quick because it is StazOn. And StazOn is a little harder to get off, but I rub it just a little, and I do it pretty quickly after I stamp, and it's usually, I have StazOn cleaner that I'll do later, but I like to at least try to get some of that off. Okay. All right. Okay, so now the colors that I'm going to use, we're going to use Mango Melody, and I have some of the colors in other piles here. So we're going to bring out Mango Melody, So Saffron, and, oh good, Kathy, we just started, and then Soft Succulent. I'll tell you, Kathy, again right after this video. Right after this card. And I'll review it again. Okay, so you're going to do your, oh, wrong one. I used Daffodil. I don't want Daffodil. Okay, so we have So Saffron. And I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to squeeze your pad a little bit. All right. And then you're going to take your marker and you're just going to get a little bit of the color, okay? So a lot of people like watercoloring. I kind of like to use your blending pen sometimes. And I'm just going to add a little bit of color. And it doesn't have to be super neat. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just kind of pick up your color. And I just kind of like to flick it. Just flick your color on. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the edge. Okay, so if you don't have a blender pen, you're going to be getting one. And this is going to be kind of fun for you to try. All right, we're going to do the same thing up here. Just flick. And you'll notice that I like to stay down here if I can, especially when this is the lighter one. Oh, good. Okay, Terry, I'm glad you got it to work. All right, so just flick it. Okay, you're just kind of adding your color on there. And I went ahead and stayed with the same color. So I'm going to do the little one, all the little flowers. And if you flick from the inside outward, you know, most flowers are a little darker in the center and lighter on the edges. So you just kind of need to make sure that you look at everything. Is it a leaf or is it a flower? And you're just going to pick up the color a little bit. And these blender pens are really nice because you can wipe it off and you can use a different color. Okay, so I think I've got all the yellow that I need. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go move on to my Mango Melody. I'm going to add a little bit of darker on the inside. Oops, same thing. And I already have some here from the other day, so it's going to work fine. This is darker than So Saffron, so I really didn't need to wipe this off. And so I'm just going to do the inside, just adding a little bit of a different color. Okay, you're just going to add a little bit, like a couple little swatches on each. Okay, so you can see how that's brightening up. Just that's the only leaf right there that I did so far on the big flower. Okay, so you're just going to add a little bit. Okay, and now you could, what I did is I barely dabbed the very inside of the flowers below on the leaves, just a little bit. Okay, so just a little bit. And then I kind of moved up to the darker area on your ink pad here. Hi, Elaine, how are you? You can use Memento, Nancy Lee, yes. What you want to do is make sure that you move it quickly. Don't let it lay on there because you're using, you know, ink with ink, whereas the StazOn's a little more user-friendly if you're using like watercolors. And so you want to make sure that you are, you don't like really muddy it up because it'll start bleeding all over. But yes, you absolutely can. Just be real careful about how long and how much you're putting it on. Let it dry in between a little longer, that kind of thing. But yes, you can. Okay, so now I'm just adding a little bit more on there. And now I'm going to take the darker, so I'm going into the little bit darker ink there. And now I'm just going to kind of go on those lines that are inside, okay, inside the flower. And we're just going to kind of darken that up a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the saffron inside there. So now I'm going back to a lighter color. So what I like to do is just take a scratch piece of paper. So I'll take this little piece I have right here. And then I'm just kind of wipe it off like this. See how it was yellow and now it's not? Okay, so just do that. And now I'm going to go back to my saffron. And I'm just going to kind of fill it in. And I'm just kind of dabbing because I don't want to rub my Mango Melody. And so I'm just kind of dabbing to fill in the color a little bit. And that's it for that. Okay, so again, we're going to mark that off. Even though we're going to a darker color, we are doing a totally different color. So I would rather mark that, kind of wipe it off a little bit. All right, so now, So Saffron, you can see I still have some there. So now I'm going to go to the darker. Okay, and we're going to go up and just kind of do some lines. That simple. Just kind of start at the base and go upward a little bit. And it doesn't have to be a lot. You just want to add some color. So this one's a bigger leaf. Remember, you want to turn your paper, not so much your hand. You don't want to be doing this, so make sure you turn your paper. We don't want to get sore wrists or hands from something we really enjoy doing. All right, so see how we're just kind of flicking. All right, so it doesn't have to be a lot. I like to start out with a little bit like this at first. It's better, let this dry, okay? It's drying, and so it's gonna set that color in. And then you can come back in and add a little bit more. So I'm gonna go with dark again, and we're gonna come and do these stems. Okay, so you wanna make sure you get all the stems. Am I close enough? Do you guys wanna get a little closer on this one? Let's see. Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to say cousins. All right, so you want to be really careful next to that flower, but I want that stem to look like it's going all the way. Yeah, if you guys would give me a thumbs up and a like and share and all that good stuff, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to get a little more of the green down here, and now I'm going to flick a little farther, but you notice it's a lot lighter there, so I'm just going to grab towards the end here, and I'm just going to flick up just a little bit because I kind of want the green to go to the edges, but I don't have to fill the whole thing in. Okay, so we're just going to just kind of flick a little. You're just adding a little more color. I don't want so much white. And see what that dark green that you left there is staying in that spot because you let it dry. Okay. Now I am noticing that this yellow up here, I think it needs just a little bit more. So we're going to take this scratch paper here. See how that green just disappears? All right, we're going to go back into the saffron. That was soft succulent, saffron, and then I used mango melody also. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit into the light here, and I'm just going to flick a little bit more. See how it's just yellow? There's no green. There. So that's all we did is a little bit of flicking, a little bit of coloring, and it's, you know, it's not saturated. You let the darker colors kind of dry a little bit, and then you add your lighter colors, and it all depends. Some people like doing lighter first, some like darker. I like the darker because if it's too dark, you can always add more light to it. But if you add the light and then the dark, you're going to be going back with the light anyway, so it's just kind of nice to do that. So that is our flower. So I'm going to bring up my machine and we will die cut that just a second. Let's do our sentiment, which is have a perfect birthday. Okay, now I'm going to bring him back out a little bit. Yes, it is. And the blender pen comes like this. You get 3 in a pack, and they last quite a long time. So 3 in a pack, and it's great. if you stamp a project and it didn't kind of come out exactly what you want, you know how we always have our black marker sitting here to fill in the lines. Well, if there's a color that's not filled in just right, you know if you use the marker, it's way too dark. So grab your blender pen and just kind of pull the color over a little bit, and that helps a lot. So that is another way to use that. All right, so I always have a blender pen there. All right, let me grab my memento. My stamp just doesn't seem to be exactly straight on here, so I'm going to straighten it just a little bit. All right, so I gave you a long piece, so it's, you know, whatever you want. I'm going to stick my head over now so I can see what I'm doing here and try to get it straight. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I'm going to just take some scissors and I'm just going to cut this, and I want this edge about the same as the other one, but we'll look at it once we put it up to here, and I think that looks fine, so we'll set that aside. All right, let's pull my machine in. And okay, so my puppy is going to be at the door wanting in. I can tell you that right now. Okay, what did I do with my... Oh, right here. All right, so we're going to cut this out really quick. I have to tell you, with this whole temporary office thing with the remodel, everything that was on my left is to the right. Some stuff's on the floor next to me. It's kind of a little crazy, but it is working, and I'm thankful I have a space to do this while we're waiting. All right, so I'm going to add a little piece of tape there. I just thought adding that background like a slat wall was just so fun and something different. All right, there we go. So when you come back to do your cards, like I said before, there's going to be a timestamp that you can just go to and just connect and go right where you need to go to create your project. So you can skip all of our talking and our numbers and all that kind of stuff. So don't worry about that. All right, now let's assemble. Oh, I think my blender pen lost a lid here. I'm going to put it away without the lid. All right, so in the inside, I'm giving you a little piece of the DSP, and again, that's from Friendly Hello, and that's out of the Celebration catalog. I know a lot of people are getting a lot of these things for Celebration. This one's called Blessings of Home. So Blessings of Home and the Flowers of Home, that's the two there. Oops, let me show you. Blessings of Home, and then the Flowers of Home is the, and it should be linked below, I hope. I tried to link as I went and added things, so. All right, so let me pull my silicone mat in. My husband's in the front room. I can hear him. He's starting to make my cabinets. It's ongoing. I have to say I was kind of bummed that my contractor guy can't make it this week, but that's okay. Next week. But I'm going to be going to see my granddaughter because it's her birthday. I cannot believe she's going to be 7. All right, so just kind of make sure it's nice and straight. I like to do the inside. So this is what you'll do, is just layer them up. The inside. Wipe away the glitter. Okay, so I have some little rough, looks like right before I change my trimmer. So just take your scissors right along. If you have nice sharp scissors, you don't even have to close them. Just kind of go right along and it'll come right off. I did just change my blade. All right. Okay, so there we go. And now, in any of the colors, I mean, you can change your flower color, your ribbon. And so if you don't have the stamp set, you can also just choose a different flower that you have and do the same thing. You're going to have the ribbon and everything in your kit. The only thing you're not going to have is the stamp set, of course. And I can't stamp and cut for you with, you know, you got to stamp it. And I can't do that. Let's see, I just put some new dimensionals in here because they were getting a little, it was running out. All right, and so just kind of put your, I am going to take a cut one, this one. I like to cut them for the smaller pieces, so when I kind of get it, not all the way, you don't have to get it all the way to the top. But I like to put it there, and then I'm going to put it there. And you don't need it on the stem either, but all right, so we've got that. Let's take our panel here, and we're going to go ahead and glue that down. I just found out that Burbank is going to have my cabinets. And so, okay, so you want to look at your paper. And so just kind of decide what looks right to you. And I like this way. So you know how sometimes it doesn't really matter, but sometimes when you look at it, you're like, oh, that looks upside down. And it may not, but it just looks like it is. All right, we're going to set that over and bring our silicone in again. So I told my husband, honey, so Burbank's going to have my cabinets on Friday. And if you guys follow me, you know we've been traveling all over the place. Okay, so I went up to the second line. So this is the first line, second line. So I'm just going to turn it over and just kind of put a little bit of seal there. Okay, we're going to add this right in the middle and then bring it across and then right in the middle on the other side and just go behind. Okay. And now what I do, so I have a feeling Friday night or Saturday we're going to be going to, and then I'm going to put one in the middle. We're going to be going to Burbank. Yay. Our last trip, I hope. All right, and then up in the corners. And then I talked to IKEA today. I know, Dana, I feel like I've been all over California. I talked to the IKEA people today because my very first order that they had in stock, they could deliver. And those are my upper cabinets. And so I said, you know what, just deliver them. That's fine. And I waited until this Friday. I'm like, put it out a couple weeks. No big deal. And then I got a message today saying it won't be here until the 3rd. And I'm like, I called and I'm like, am I reading this right? Because it was very tiny print saying they were confirming my order and it's going to be the 3rd. And so I called and said, is that right, the 3rd? And she goes, oh yeah, your counter is not in stock. And I'm like, but it was when I ordered it. All right, so I like it kind of tilted a little bit, so I'm just going to tilt it right about, see, remember your sentiment's going to go there, so I'm going to raise it up just a little. Let's put our mini dimensionals here on the back. Where's my pokey tool? And she said, yeah, sorry. And I'm like, so should I have had them send it to me right away then? Because I don't understand why it's out of stock now. And she said, I don't know. So of course I said, am I going to get my shipping money back because it's not being shipped when it should be? Oh, you guys are going to hear the drill. Sorry for the cabinets. And she said, nope, sorry, we don't do that. And I was like, doesn't hurt to ask. All right, so we're just going to center that right in the middle. And then we're going to take a glue dot, and today I was lucky. I opened up glue dots and the dots were on the right side. Yay! And I like to put 2. I don't know why. I just like to make sure it's not going anywhere. And then I just added it right here. Now you could tie a bow and then, you know, leave a tail long enough to go around and then around here, but then you don't get these cute little tails. And you've seen me where I have tied them and it has a tail and you go around and you come back around and have a tail. And you could do that, but for you guys, I just thought we would do it this way. Then I took, where did I put it? Some Week of Stella. And I just brushed upward on the flowers. And I did a little in the middle. You don't want to soak it. I just did a little bit. And then I did a little on the little flowers. Just make like a little X on little tiny flowers. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough to add a little sparkle. Oh, you're welcome, Joan. And now we're going to put our little embellishments on here. And these iridescent rhinestones are one of my favorites. These and the brushed butterflies. I'm loving them. The brassed butterflies, I think it's called. So pretty. And I'm just going to put that there. And there you go. That is card number 1. So super simple. Don't be afraid of the blending brush or the blender pen. It's super easy. I know I have to turn it at an angle because my light's kind of funky in this room. So super easy, a lot of fun. I mean, look what it added in the back when you just add that scoring to kind of make it look like a slat wall. You could do as many, I mean, you could double that up and do another slat and just have it slat, you know, a lot of slat wall in the back. So it's whatever you guys want. But it's so pretty. And I think this would be really pretty with pink, but that's always seems like my go-to. So I decided to do something a little bit different, but I'm loving the pool party. So that is card number 1, you guys. Yay! So, time for bingo. Let me grab my numbers. Let me move all my stuff out of my way here. So, really quickly, good, Cheryl, I'm glad. So, really quickly on the bingo. So, I can't remember who joined late, but what you're going to do is when I call your number, you're going to put a B in the chat. And when I call your second number, you're going to put BI and you're going to hit enter as soon as you can. Okay. And then especially on the BINGO, you want to make sure that you are all the way, you know, when you get that, hit it enter. So type it in, have it ready to go. The first person will get bingo and number 2 gets consolation. And then you can only win once, but I've decided during this game, we're going to give it a try unless I hear from you guys differently. Going forward is if you decide, if you get a consolation prize and you want to forfeit it, you can go ahead and play the rest of the game as a bingo because you can only win one time. So that's kind of what I thought was fair. So if I don't hear differently from you guys, I think that's the way we'll go forward. And so you can keep playing if you want to, because I know a lot of people want to keep playing. So we'll do that. And then once you do win, you just give me your order and I will let you know. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't want to go over it all again. But if you win, you just let me know your order and we'll go from there. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, so here we go. Okay, good, Dana. Number 19. Oops, okay, I've got a weird light here. I don't know why my light is all of a sudden just so strange. Okay, I'm gonna lower this down. No, it won't work either. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Number 19. I don't know why this is so weird. The lighting in this room, it's the same light, same everything, except the room. 23. The first 5 we go fairly quickly because of course you can't win bingo until you've hit 5. Number 1. Yay, people are on the board. Number 28. Wow, there's a lot of B's. Number 3. Ooh, Olivia's got a BI. Okay, you guys, don't forget, make sure you're on top chat and make sure your bar's dragged all the way to the right. You don't want to miss out. Number 21. Stephanie has a BI. Sue with a B. Ooh, Angela, BIN. All right, digging in the middle here. Number 6. Ooh, Steph with a BIN. All right. 24. Yeah, you want to make sure you're on live. Not top chat. Be on live. Ooh, Stephanie. BING. 22. All right, Sue. Live chat just means everything is live as you're going along, whereas top chat's the top people that maybe comment more. So you just want to make sure. Good, Terry. BI. Number 2. Number 2. All right. Eileen, Laura. Number 10. Shake, shake, shake. All right, number 7. Number 7. Ooh, BING for Angela, and BIN for Terry and Laura and Tracy and Nancy Lee. All right, here we go. 25. 25. All right, Patricia and Leslie. All right, here we go. Next is 29. All right, Dana. All right, Carolyn. Ooh, Nancy Lee has a BING. All right, next number is 14. 14. All right, Mary. Ooh, Nancy Lee has a bingo. Let's take a look. All right, Nancy Lee. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Laura. 14 and 29. Congratulations, Nancy Lee. Is there anybody else? All right, Nancy Lee. Let me write that down. All right. Congratulations. Nobody else? All right. This time, I have to say, doing the bingo cards, I had well, I have fun every time because I love bingo. But I have to say that doing that and the tulip class at the same time, whew, it was fun. but it was busy. Oh, no problem, Laura. I'm glad you popped in. All right. Congratulations, Nancy. Nancy Lee. Sorry, I have to remember. Nancy Lee. All right, so the next card is going to be a little bit of technique I'm going to show you. And I have some little helpful tips on that. We are going to be using, let me switch over. We are going to be using the Artistically Inked, the In Bloom, and Amazing Thanks. We're also using, where did it go? My basic borders. The basic borders, I have to tell you, if you guys saw one of my other cards, and I still have this over here because I was using it again the other day, is these clouds. These clouds right here, you just cut yourself a little template here and make clouds in your sky, and you have such a fun card. So, and then we're going to be using this one right here. So if you look at this die right here, it's got like polka dots on one side, like little dots, and little dashes on the other side. So we're going to be using the dots. What size are those letter dies? The letter dies. These ones right here, the words. I'm thinking, Laura, that's what you're asking. So this thanks is about just a little under 3.5. Yeah, it's maybe even to 3.25. Oh, okay, good, Laura. You are welcome. I hope, Laura Ann, I hope that's what you were asking. But the large one is the one behind it, and that one is at 3.5. So about 3.5 and 3.25. And we're going to be using the thanks in those today. So the card we're going to do, oh, we did not use In Bloom, sorry. That is on another video. But Artistically Inked, the Amazing Thanks, and the borders. So the card we're going to be doing today is this one. So we've got some gold on there. We've got some bling. We've got the rhinestones over here. The iridescent. So it's a super fun card. So what I'm going to show you, and then I don't put the measurements or anything. Really, it's for the people that play bingo. You've got everything in your kit and you can measure it out. I wanted to show you a little bit of some tips and tricks with this one. And so there's our kit. I went ahead and I stamped our flower and our leaves. So we have this flower right here is the one I used. And then I did 2 of the leaves. Okay, so I used Polished Pink and Evening Evergreen. And we're going to cut one of these. I just want 3 leaves, but this one I thought was too small. It kind of goes with this over here. So I did 2 of the large ones. And instead of using this gorgeous font thanks, I chose to use the dies because I thought these are so much fun. It says amazing. So it's you are amazing and then thanks. And it's got the background and the foreground. So I'll show you that. But what I wanted to show you is just a helpful tip if you are mass producing these cards. What I want to show you is kind of what I did when I was doing this. Okay, so I did the gold, okay, in this right here. So I did the gold and then I did the pink. Now, what I did is I put the die on the paper. So let me show you on the border, because this is really going to be helpful, especially if you mass produce. The die, I wanted the little dots, not the dashes, but the dots on the top. Okay, so that way it stays on my paper. And then I cut my paper to the width and size that I wanted. And then I went all the way to the bottom, leaving, okay, let me just show you just like this. So how I did it. So let's just pretend that this is a piece of paper. You're going to lay this down, okay, and you're going to die cut it. So let's pretend that's there. This is here. We have our tape, okay? So what you're going to do is, this is the piece that you want to keep, all right? So you're going to hold this tape on the trash piece, and you're going to lift it up, and you're going to put this in your pile to keep, okay? Now these are definitely not trash, because you could use them, turn them over, and use them the exact same. But I have this now, so let's say I bring in my next piece. I'm going to layer this up just like this. So I'm cutting it evenly on both pieces, on every piece. Now I'm holding it up here, and I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to tear this off, okay? So now it's going to cut the same, okay? So then you're going to hold it here, you're going to lift it up, you're going to take your good piece off, and then you're going to tape that down. You're going to pick it back up, which is going to be, like I showed you, just this and that. Lay it on your next piece. And that way your sizes are pretty close to the same. Of course, I figured that out as I was going through quite a ways. So just keep that in mind, that if you want to keep everything the same or close to the same, just keep your paper and your tape on there. Okay, but you could use this for sure under, you know, a different project or whatever, and keep it for something else. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is detach your envelope from your pieces carefully, because I just stuck this right on there. Okay, and you get your rhinestones out. All right, so on the inside we're going to stamp, so we'll do that in just a bit. So hopefully your inside is going to be right here. Okay, so it should be on the inside, and so we're just going to set that aside. I did put an extra piece of full sheet of paper in here for you to do your flower and your leaves. I decided to go ahead and do that. You guys know how to stamp, and so you'll have this to do your stamping. All right, we are only going to use one leaf, and I want to use this one. It has a little more character than that one does. And so I am just going to come right up the side and cut it off like that. And you can either keep that one or throw it away. If I kept every little piece, I would not be able to find my desk. Okay, this is retired ribbon, and I'm going to tell you it's coming back. So I used it. It's beautiful. I love it, and it just fit this card, I thought, perfectly. It's this right here, this ribbon. And so I used it. I hope you guys don't mind, but if I love it, I want to use it. I'm sure you guys still have stuff in stock in your supplies. And so why not use what we've got, right? And it's coming back, so even better. Now you'll want it when it comes back. All right, so I like to use my liquid glue, especially for this. Something like this, because I want to make sure. There we go. It was being stubborn. Because I want to be able to have a little wiggle room to put it exactly where I want it. So I just hold the edges, and then I just kind of try to add my glue here and there. All right, so there we go. And now I try to hold it kind of in the middle, and so this isn't falling down on my letters, because you really kind of want to make sure, and the end can be tricky. So just lay it on slowly. Make sure your letters, you're going to have to squish them up a little bit to make sure they get on where they are supposed to go. Right about here, as I take whatever's sticking to my hand, and then I move the K over so it goes down where it should be going. And then same with the S, grab your bottom of it and just kind of lay it down where it should be going. Okay, and now everything should be okay. So just slowly do it. Where did you get your glue bottle? Oh, I got that from Amazon. You get like 10 in a pack. They're very cheap. This is the only one I've used so far. The rest are still in a pack. I gave a couple away, but I've not had any problem. I've heard people say that they've had rust issues and that their glue comes out with the rust. I've never had a problem. So I don't know if it might be the climate or something. I don't know, but I've not had a problem. Okay, so this is with the paint embossing folder. Okay, so I just add some texture. We're going to go ahead and add this on here just like that. And because it is an embossing, bye Elaine, have a good day. We're going to take this, and I want it this way. No reason. It's whatever your preference is. Let's see if I can clean the tip of my glue here. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. This way. And so just kind of lay it down there. And now the gold part, we're going to lay this right up here. Okay, so look at how cute that looks. So what I did is bring in your silicone mat, and you're just going to add your adhesive right on the edge here. Go towards the top because you're going to see quite a bit of it at the bottom. And then I just hold in the middle and just kind of look at the points, and then just kind of lay it down there. Oh, Terry, thank you so much. Okay, and now I want to pop this up. But before we do that, where are my dimensionals? Here we go. All right, so we can go ahead and add our dimension. Oh, you know what? Let's add our ribbon first. And we're going to do it right along the line right here. So think about this. It's a little lower than this. So I'm just going to go all the way right there because it really doesn't matter. It's going to be up and you're going to have dimensionals, and that's fine. Sorry, you guys. I know you can hear the drill of my husband putting our cabinets together. All right, so we're just going to put that right there. Take it across, put it over there, and you just want to make sure you can see all the pretty at the bottom. So it's totally up to you how far down or whatever you want. I do it mostly all on the white. Okay, and let's go ahead and I like to add the dimensional kind of half on the ribbon, half on the paper so it stays. And then I'm going to add two kind of there because everything's going to be layered up on this. All right. And you guys know normally, oh, look at me. I'm already jumping the gun. I'm taking these off already. All right, we're going to set that aside right there. That's why you want silicone, so just in case you mess up. Let's jump into here really quick. And we are going to find this. And here are our leaf and our flower. We're going to use polished pink, so let's move all of this out of the way. I tend to take, this is a flatter piece over here, and this has a lot more little distinctive turns and things, so I'm just going to do it this way and put it right on the corner. And if you guys saw my last video, I showed you my little dental barrier sticky things. It's for the handles of the handles of the cleaning stuff. So I just put it, you know, kind of figure that out where you want to put it. And this isn't going to be perfect, but it's all right. And you can push part of it back. And this is on Amazon. I put a link on my last blog post, so it'll be there. And this one's not going to be perfect because I don't want to take time to do it, but we're just going to stick it like that. And just add a leaf. And we're just going to go like that. Okay, now here's a perfect example. See how that's stuck like that? So now I'm going to take Evening Evergreen. We're going to squish it because I didn't make it all the way there. And you can not put leaves or put leaves or whatever you want. So just get some of this, and you can color this in if you want. Okay? And you can make it as light or as dark as you want. And then you can just kind of fill it in there. See, now you don't want to put too much water at one time, which is kind of what I'm doing because of the video, but okay, so you can fill it in, and I would add more to kind of fill in this, but you got to let it dry. So just let it dry, and then we can continue fixing it, if that makes sense to you. And another thing you can do is you can add water to what's already stamped, and look how dark that becomes. So you can kind of just fill it in and make it look a little darker. So I should let this dry, especially down here, and then you can add more or do whatever you want. So it's kind of a little bit of a tip there that you can do. Now, take your memento, and I just did a bunch of little dots. You can do whatever you want right in the middle. Just kind of like that's the middle of your flower. All right. All right. All right, we're going to put this in the middle. See, now that it's drying, you can kind of see it. And then once it dries, you can really kind of touch it up and everything. I did it quickly for bingo, so don't worry about that. All right. Now we're going to take our DSP layer. This paper is so pretty. I love this paper. Uh-oh, mine switched to top chat. Make sure your guys' isn't on top chat and it's on live. All right, so now I'm deciding what do I want on the top and the bottom. Your guys' is gonna, everything's gonna be different. So in fact, a couple of yours might have the soft orange color, the pale papaya. And I'm just gonna go this way. There's not a lot of them, but there are a couple. I decided to make extra kits, so, and it's really pretty because it's got more gold in the background too. Okay, so we're going to put that back up. We are going to bring this over now. So see how it just comes off your silicone mat. We're going to just add it right about, I kind of did it in the middle a little bit because the sentiment's going right on the front and the whole focus is right here. So you don't need to have it towards the top or towards the bottom. All right, so I did 3 here. And again, I like this fluffier side towards the top. So I did that right about here. Okay, we're going to add our leaves. I'm just happy he's putting my cabinets together. I'm impatient when it's like this. I want it done and I want to move on. All right, so we're going to have this. I like to have it hanging over the gold just so it looks more natural. If it was just perfectly in the middle, I don't like that as much. I just like it to look a little more realistic. Okay, and really these leaves, I mean, this is the one I cut that's right here, but you could turn it this way if you wanted, but I like it this way. And so I'm just going to kind of put that right there. We are, oh, I already did my ribbon. That's an extra piece. And now we're going to take our thanks and think about where you're going to put this. Okay, this is going to go right on, but this is up. See how this is up higher because it's, you know, it's raised with dimensionals already. So we're going to add dimensionals right over here. So I brought in the mini ones. And I'm going to put one right in the middle of the S, right in the middle of the K, and then I have some half ones here. I always have some cut, or try to. Put that there, and I think I'm going to need one on the N. Okay, so let's go back and check. Okay, and that is going to work out great. So now what I do is the rest of it I put glue, and some of it may not touch, and that's okay, it'll just dry. But I want to make sure if it's going to, it will hold. So we're going to take all of those off. I will pull the ribbon in a minute, don't let me forget. Okay, so we're just going to stick it right here. I kind of went to the edge because I kind of want the leaf to show. And so I'm just going to put it right about there. And I'm going to put this one up a little bit because I really want to see that ribbon. All right, so there's that. We're going to add our rhinestones after I throw all these dimensional covers away. So let's pull in our rhinestones. And I just went with 3 large ones. One of the things to think about is when you're doing a card, if you did a card, and I do a lot of mass production. So if I do a card with a lot of little rhinestones, when I do something like this big, large flower, instead of the little rhinestones, I'm going to use the larger ones because I've got a lot of packages with large ones. And so why not use those up instead of using small ones again? Hi, Carol. Welcome. The name of the ribbon. Okay, I'm going to pull out the ribbon. 1 second. If I can find the bucket it's in because, well, you know how my room looks. I do not have it, but right here, but it is in the holiday catalog. Oh, it's right here. I got it. I'm getting it. Okay. It is called Gold or Gold. That seems weird. It's called Shimmer Ribbon. Shimmer Ribbon is what it is. And it'll be back in the holiday catalog. Oh, I'm glad you guys liked it. It was really fun. This is a great card to mass produce because you can just make your little layers down here and just adding a little bit of gold. And then of course I added the gold on the inside. It just adds a lot. And then you have your rhinestones and you have your image on the inside. And you could add, did I add another one down here? No, but you could add another one, a little green if you wanted to down here. So there we go. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. Okay, so that is card number 2. Yay! All right, bingo time. Are you ready? Thanks, Kathy. All right, everybody, make sure you are on live chat. And here we go. I'm gonna wipe off my extra ink all over my hands. All right, here we go. Bingo number 2. Number 15. Oops, we're gonna put it right there. Number 15. Number 24. All right, Cheryl's first on the board. Number 19. Ooh, lots of bees. Number 10. Oh, Clarette has a BI. Terry has a BI. 22. Not all of my cards are flowers this time, but 3 of them turned out to be flowers. And I tried to mix it up, but after I was done, I was like, oh, I did 3 flowers. All right, next one is 5. All right, we got a lot of BIs. Number 5. Ooh, Cheryl with a BIN. Number 1. All right, next one is 21. Joan and Mary are on the board. Patricia and Leslie. Ooh, Stephanie has a BIN. Oh, Nancy's laughing and crying because she just has a B. I've seen people come from the end. Yay, Angela. All right, 17. Kathy's on the board. 14. Yeah, don't forget to give a thumbs up, you guys. Oh, come on, Shirley. You'll be doing it. Don't worry. It's coming. I can tell. Let me shake it up for you. All right, here we go. Boom. 4. Come on, Shirley. Is that one of your numbers? BI. All right, Nancy Lee. Number 7. BIN for Mary. And Kathy. And Sue. Mary has a BING. Yay, Carolyn and Carol are on the board. All right, here we go. Next is, oh, okay, Shirley, this one. 25. I know we get a weird glare over here. I'm going to try to move them up a little bit. Patricia's on. BIN. 29. I don't know why we get such a glare over here. I think it might be the light on the ceiling giving me issues. All right, Carolyn has a BI. Kathy. BING for Leslie. All right, here we go. Number 9. Oh, Mary has a bingo. All right, Mary, let's see. All right, Mary has a bingo for 29, 1, 14, 17. Congratulations, Mary. Yay! Bingo, bingo for Mary. Let me write that down. Congratulations, Leslie. Leslie. 9 was the last number I called, but Mary bingoed on 29. Let me double check. Right? Was 9 the last one I called? I'd have to go back and look. All right, I'm gonna say, let me go back and look. Leslie, I'm gonna go back and review the video. After bingo, okay? Yes, 9 was the last call. So Mary got it on 29. Thank you, Terry. And I'll confirm it. All right, congratulations. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's hard for me to keep looking up and doing my numbers. And I'm watching the video to make sure that I'm caught up before I draw next number because I don't want you guys me to miss anything. All right, so I will verify Leslie and I will let you know. All right, is that it? Congratulations, Mary and Leslie. I'm going to double check for you. I've got it written down. Yay! On the last card, you could probably use the Simply Marvelous paper from... Yes, absolutely, Joan. Interesting thing, you guys, is any of these cards you can change up. Like this, you have everything. If you don't have this flower and this paper, absolutely. Do Marvelous, the free celebration paper. You could add stuff on it and add our foil, the gold foil on it. If you want more gold, you can add a different picture, different thing here. You could even do like a different embossing folder. You could add a pattern paper back here and do the little Volkswagen. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. So if you don't have a set, don't worry about that. Again, card number 1, put anything else, a different flower, put a big sentiment right there. You can change it up. So if you don't have the exact stamp set that I use, change it up. Add a different paper if you want. You're going to have this paper, but you can turn it over and use whatever's on the other side and add something else. So don't worry about that. Just kind of anytime you do a bingo, you're going to get some free goodies. You're going to get a great card kit that you can make something else of. Now, the next card, I have to tell you, is my favorite one. Okay, so I'm doing my favorite one third because the fourth one, you're going to be using your blending brush. Okay, but it's a really fun card too. But this next one is my favorite. So I had to use this set. And so let's get busy. More crafty time. Where is my project? All right, so this time we're going to be using, oh, not this. We are going to be using the pierced blooms. We're going to be using the scalloped contour. And yes, I love this one. I have 2 sets because I use it a lot. And we're going to be using... That's it, I think. We're going to be using some DSP. All right, so I'm going to take this aside. And this is the card. Thanks, Nancy. This is the card we're going to do. Look how sparkly. It's got a bunch of the iridescent gems on it. It's got the butterflies. It's got the paper in here. So let's open it up and show you what your kit looks like. Let me tell you, I have cut a lot of flowers and I had help and she cut a lot of flowers. And so I thought, oh good, she's cutting the flowers, and I worked on a lot of the other kits, and then there was so many more flowers to make. So this is project number 3. I do too. I love this set. I had a customer stop by today to pick something up, and I was getting these ready, and she was like, oh, what set's that? And she's a newer stamper, and so I told her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. It is a beautiful set. You're going to get a lot of rhinestones here. You're going to get your iridescent, and you're going to get butterflies, my favorites. Okay, you're going to get your inside of your card. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. You're going to get your 2 scallops right here. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for right now. You're going to get this piece of paper, which is from the pattern party pattern. So this is for the hostess set. That is that huge thick pack of paper, and this is just one of the black and whites. I wanted to add some color. Make sure you don't lose your little centers to your flowers. So the first thing we're going to do is pull out our In Bloom, and we are going to choose any, I've used this a little bit. We are going to use anything from inside this. So I chose this one, is what I used last time, and I think this time I'm going to use the more daisy looking one. You can choose anything you want. And I did it in polished pink. Let me see where my polished pink is. So I did tone on tone. This is polished pink. This is melon mambo. This is rich razzleberry, and this is garden green. Okay, so let's move this aside so we don't get ink all over it. And so all I did, and you can barely see it, but it adds a little bit to your background. So I'm just going to go on and off. Okay, so I'm going to keep my paper clean. I'm going to bring this in. I love, love, love these little grid sheets. Okay, so you're just kind of going around the edges because, and you don't want to go exactly on the edge. Okay, I did a tiny, tiny leaf right there just so it looks like it's a pattern. Oh, good night, Shirley. Have a good night. Okay, so you want to just kind of keep going around and make yourself your own little pattern. Now, I messed up on my flower, but it might be covered, but see, I just kind of filled it in. No big deal. All right, so you just kind of want to fill it in. I'm going to add a little more right there. All right, so just kind of, it's going to show just on the edges anyway, so just kind of fill it in right there. All right, so I'm good with that. That looks good. All right. So let's close this up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our memento, and we're going to bring in our happy birthday. And this is all from the In Bloom set. So right here, happy birthday, you really are the best. You have congrats, you're so fancy now, which I think is so cute. You mean so much to me and you are amazing. I'm always needing birthday cards, so we're going with that. So let's move this over and let's bring this in. Now I'm just going to line it up on my grid sheet. Do you guys use these small grid sheets? I don't think I could live without this. All right, so get it nice and inky. I like to move it around because if you're in a habit of stamping right here all the time, let me move this over, of stamping right in the same spot all the time, that's where all your ink's going to be used up. So make sure you kind of move it around and get it really nice and inky. All right, so my head might get in the way. I'm going to lean over. I'm looking at the bottom because it's a nice straight line. and I'm going to go straight down. So the thing you want to make sure is on the right side, you want to make sure that it's on the inside of your dotted line. So when you're going down, make sure it's over enough, and then look at the bottom because it's nice and straight, and then align it right there, and you should be good to go. All right. All right, after you're done, you want to make sure you check your hands and you don't have any ink all over them. You rip your big ones in half. Oh, your stamp sets? Your stamps? Oh, these. Oh, I've done. Oh, I see what you mean, Mary. Yeah. I do that too, but I just really like this because it's just, it's a pad already, and I don't know. It just is nice. Okay. So now we're going to bring this back in. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Let it dry. Not much is popped up, only the flowers. So we're going to go ahead and put adhesive here. I'm going to look for my other one because this one's about to run out. But I have another one all ready to go. All right, so let's add this on. And I sized this close to just be right on the inside of these areas. So kind of go right up there. It's going to be really close. It doesn't have to be exact, but it should kind of, your corners will be in the middle of your little circles on the ends, okay? All right, so now we're going to take this sentiment and we're going to go ahead and add that there. And you can pop up what you want, but I think for mailing purposes, these flowers are already going to have some gems on them, and you can always use smaller gems. You can always not pop them up. You know, it just depends on what you're going to be doing with this. Oh, there goes my dog. All right, so there we go. And now we're going to pull in just a strip, and it's just going to go edge to edge on the pink. And so what you're going to want to do is add this, put it on your line like that. We're going to go ahead and add our adhesive on here. It does take some time to do, there goes that one, to do all the flowers, but it's totally worth it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is line this up, and you're going to look, you want it above your words, but you don't want it too high because you're going to look and your flowers are going to fill in, okay? So it's going to be pretty close down here. So what I'm going to do is look at my dotted line behind my paper. So right here, this dotted line is just about perfect. So I just look on both sides and then put that on there just like that. Okay. Now we're going to put our flowers together. So what I did is take my bone folder, and you're just going to slightly curl your flowers. Just kind of curl them all. Okay, you're going to curl, curl, curl. Just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. It just, when you put it in an envelope, it's going to flatten it out, but it will still come up with a little bit of shape. Okay, so just kind of curve them. And I chose polished pink and the melon mambo because to separate it, I wanted like a 3 different kind of shades, and I wanted to do the dots on here kind of make it look darker, which go a little bit more with the melon mambo, so that's what I chose to do. Okay, so for your little ones, I like to put them in, and you can take your pokey tool if you have one, or take your scoring tool, or some of them have, you know, we have those little, you know, those, oops, wrong way, those little tools to do stuff just like this for flowers. Just kind of give them a little bit of a character there, not a lot. It just makes your card come alive a little bit more when you give it a little bit of character. So I just like to poke them so that they just kind of stick up. All right. Again, with your leaves, I like to do the tops up and then the bottoms downward, and it just gives them a little bit of character. And so up and downwards. Up and downwards. So just give them a little bit. You don't have to do a whole lot. These I just kind of, you know, just put your little, right where the scores are, I just kind of poke them. It's nothing too crazy. I just add a little texture. It just kind of curls them just a little bit. Okay, there's two more, and then these are all done. Oops. You want to do it on the right side. All right, there's the third one. And one more. Okay, so we're going to set one of these aside. This one, and the center. And we'll move that flower over there for right now. So now we're just going to glue. And you can use glue dots. It'll be much faster. So I'm going to take it on the bottom of the pink. And I'm going to add it to the purple. Okay, and then we're going to add this. Now be careful when you put your little ones on here because these will tear. All of the paper will tear, so just be really careful. So there's one. And I like to offset the leaves a little bit to kind of go in the outside. And then, isn't this set beautiful? I just love this pierced tools. Pierced blooms. I said pierced tools. All right, and then, oh, I just did this completely wrong. Did you see that? All right, that's okay. We're going to pull this off. I don't know why. It's because I originally was going to layer them up like this. All right, so let's take our little blooms off carefully. Silly me. All right, there we go. See, I'm trying to hurry. All right, so there's that one. Let's do this one. Yeah, I know stuff. That was a test. A test. And then you can curl up your flowers. Okay. And then this one. I'm like, wait a minute, that does not look right. All right, so we're going to do another glue dot on this one. That was a test to see if anybody was awake. All right, there's 3. Okay. And this is how you fix it. You carefully take everything off. Hee hee. All right. And for you that are doing bingo or anybody that wants to case these, I did do a picture, so you'll have this on the video here. And so you can see all the cards. I will timestamp that so that you guys can see, you know, all the flowers, all the cards. So you can also decide, you know, which card you want to do first and which card you have time for and whatever. All right, so there are our 3. We'll put that aside and we are ready to put them on. All right, so I used dimensionals. And where did my dimensionals go? There. All right, so we're going to put a dimensional on each one, each flower, not that one. We're going to put it on this one. I popped all the flowers up. Okay, I did not do dimensionals on the leaves. Okay, so let me bring that in a little bit. All right, so I started with the purple one in the middle. And then I kind of, you can just kind of, you can do them straight across if you want. You can do them, you know, up and down, you know, whatever you want. Okay. And then we're going to do this one here. So I started with the middle one. And it doesn't have to be exact, but I kind of just went like this. And then I kind of made my leaf, you know, just kind of make it look however you want. Okay. And remember, your card's going to be behind that. So if you want to, it's easier. Put your card behind it so you know that you have some space. And if your leaves are, you know, your flowers hanging over, it's not a big deal. All right, so we can put this one like right here, and then put this one up here. Okay, so there you go. And now I did add glue dots, so you can add your glue dots. And we're going to add one right here. I added the larger leaves first, so you can have an idea. I kind of put one on the end and one in the middle just so it has a good hold. And then that. And you can, of course, decide where you want your leaves. I did the larger leaves with the larger flowers. Okay. And then I did these. I kind of put it right in the middle. And then I added one on a leaf. But you got to be careful when you pick them up. Okay. And then I just kind of slid that under right there. A little bug in here. Again, I did one in the middle, and then add one on a leaf. Okay. And I did this one kind of right there. Okay, so there we go. And then I have one more. Right there. And right here. There we go. As long as your leaves are in so you don't see them. All right, so we're going to add that. Because this is fairly heavy and everything is on this, I'm going to do one more down the middle just to make sure I've got some good adhesive on here. And I thought the white was really pretty. It just kind of really makes everything pop. And then on the inside, I did glue. Oh, hi, Elaine. Welcome. All right, we're going to put this right here. And then I'm just going to lay that down for a minute. And then we'll glue this one. Okay, and we're just going to lay that right about there. And just hold it for a minute. All right, so that's the inside. Look how cute that is. And here's the outside. But now we have to put all our pretties on. So we're going to take the large ones are going to go on the larger flowers. And of course, you can lift lift these all up, you know, lift your white up, whatever you want to do, you know, to give it that extra body. It's got that little bend already in it. So just kind of lift your flowers however you want to do it. All right, and then let's finish these. And then we're going to put these. I just love these iridescent gems. Okay, I don't think I did I do? Oh, I guess I did do one on the inside. Oh, I think I did a small one on the inside, but I have a medium right here, so we're just going to do a medium and put it on the inside. But I think I think I might have sent a small one to you guys. I don't know. All right, and then I decided, you know what? Flowers have butterflies. And I just decided to add 3 little butterflies too. All right, that is the 3rd card. I hope you guys liked it. It's such a fun set to play with. I love this set. It's so pretty, no matter what color or what you use with this. It is just so pretty. So there is number 3. I hope you guys liked it. So see how the background just kind of adds, you know, just a little bit. You can't really see it really well, but it just adds that, you know, another layer there. Oh, Dana, you'll love this one. I love this set. I highly recommend everybody get this set. I hope it doesn't leave. I hope it stays. It's so pretty. Let's see. I was thinking that this one was $1 million one, but I'm looking on it and I don't see it. So maybe not. No, this is another one. But anyway, how fun is that? So fun. Can you imagine getting this card? So pretty. Now, if you wanted to add Wink Estella, I would add it to just the flowers before you add it on, because I think that would just make the flowers pop that much more. But the iridescent gems are just so pretty. Okay, that is card number 3. Yay, one more. Where is my bingo numbers? Oh. All right. Are you guys having a good time? Everybody having fun? Who's winning this bingo? Nancy Lee. That is one of the things I need to start doing, is mailing out some more cards, because I have a lot of them. Once I get organized, I'm going to be doing that a lot more. Don't forget, we're going to be doing a drawing later for all of those that play. I know some people had to go to sleep and not be able to play the whole thing. And as long as you participated in bingo, then you can win this prize. I love the butterflies too. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Okay, here we go. Bingo and number 3. Sounds like a song. 10. Number 10. Okay, the first 5 we're going to speed up a little bit. Number 28. Number 3. Uh-oh. Oh, I am on live chat. Okay, I'm not seeing anything yet. No numbers? Oh, Olivia's got a B. All right. Angela, B. Stephanie, Sue, Cheryl, Tracy. All right, everybody's starting to show up now. All right, here we go. 26. All right, lots of B's. Number 8. All right, here we go. 27. Again, make sure you're on live chat. seems like everybody's bar is pulled up all the way, so that's good. Don't forget that my March bingo is already up, so if you guys want to bingo. Do you have bingo, Nancy Lee? Well, you can't win again anyway, darling, but did you really have it again? No, you don't, you silly goose. All right, Olivia, Joan, Tracy, and Carol BI, number 5. Nancy Lee's keeping me on my toes. Number 17. Have you guys purchased that Waves of the Ocean if you're demonstrators? It is such a pretty set. If you are customers, be looking for it in March. I just did a video on it. It's so pretty. 14. I'm going to be doing some more, but use the paper. That paper's so pretty. That's all right, Terry. It's coming. Your number's coming. I can feel it. Oh, I love the Waves one. It's so pretty. Number 2. BIN for Kathy. Ooh, Nancy Lee, you are right. That would be really pretty. 25. Ooh, the dark navy one. The Night of Navy, and then put a yellow flower. Oh, man. That would be really pretty. All right, BIN for Olivia. Number 7. Ooh, that would be so pretty. That paper is so pretty. You guys, do you know what the color of my new room is going to be? My craft room is going to be Coastal Cabana. It's so pretty. Ooh, Laura and Patricia have a BIN. Tracy. Number 1. Number 1. It's actually a shade lighter. I told them 10% lighter. I took my ink pad in. Ooh, Patricia, BING. Step with the BI. All right, here we go. Joan. Ooh, Nancy. Oh, Nancy. Number 19. You get me all excited here. Number 19. So I took my ink pad in and I said I want it 10% lighter than what's on the cover of the ink pad. And it's beautiful. I can't wait. All right, Leslie has a BIN, Patricia up there. Ooh, Olivia too. Okay, make sure you guys are on live chat because it's kind of popping up a little late. I want to make sure you're up there. 29. 29. BIN for Crystal. It is, Steph. I'm excited. Carolyn, BI. Here we go. All right, I'm going to move these over because I don't know why I have such a weird glare in this room, but we're going to work with it. Ooh, Kathy, BING. Next number, 11. 11. That's fine. Did you get a participation bingo? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 14. Wow. Ooh, Joan, you are right there. 12. Come on, 12. Everybody picks 12. Is there a bingo? Laura has a bing. Joan still has a bean. Kathy. B-I-N for Angela. All right, here we go. Oh, Eileen has a B-I-N. 22. Oh, maybe they're on the bottom. Hold on, Dana. Let me shake them up a little bit. All right, here we go. Right. 13. Eileen has a B-I. Oh, Olivia has a bingo? Olivia. Hi, Dorothy. I'm in California. Welcome. Where are you at? Olivia. 2, 19, 27. Why that day? 28. My day. 11. Congratulations, Olivia. Oh, Patricia says she has a bingo. Okay, Olivia, you bingoed on 13. Right? Let's see. No, Patricia. Hold on, I gotta go back. Patricia. 1, 7, 13, 15, 'Am I not seeing? There's not a 15, Patricia. I'm sorry. I don't see a 15. Is 20 hiding? Double checking. 1, 7, 13. No 15. Do I see a 15? No. Okay, Olivia is the winner. I took the numbers right off of the sign up thing, Patricia, but let me double check. I will double check your numbers after bingo. Okay, right now Olivia is the winner, but Patricia, I will double check because this merged right off of the sign up sheet. So I will double check and make sure that there wasn't some weird error. Okay, so let me write that down. And Patricia. Is there 15 or 25? Okay, I will check that for you, Patricia. All right. All right, Olivia, way to hurry and catch up. You are welcome. Yay! Okay, so the next card we're going to do is going to be using your blending brush. So I'm going to bring my brushes over. I only gave you one, but it's kind of the same as the blender pen. If you wipe it off enough, you can make it work. Okay, if you don't have blending brushes. Hopefully you guys have blending brushes because they're amazing. Oh, okay, Dorothy. So the next card, we're going to be using some rainbows. Some Rainbowed Happiness stamp set. Oh, why is that glare? It's just killing me. And we are going to use the Brilliant Rainbow dies. And we're going to use our basic border, the clouds, but not for what you think. We're not going to be doing this like I showed you earlier. We're going to do something a little bit different. So let's get out the project and show you. We are going to make this really pretty card. It's got a lot of color and it's got some Wink of Stella and some of the supple shimmer paper. It's in the mini catalog. And so this is going to be a really fun, simple card. And you'll see why I showed you to do it last. So let me show you on the rainbow. What did I just do with this? How easy this is. You're going to take your paper and you're going to take this rainbow die right here. Oh, see, I did a little bit of die cutting. And you're going to lay it right on this paper. Okay. And when you do that, you want to lay your bottom portion right on the bottom. Line it straight across on the bottom of your rainbow. And then you're going to get a good rainbow without any white. And you might get a tiny bit. And again, that's where the blender pen can come in. And you can just get some color and fill that in if you want. But that's what you want to do. If you go too high, you're definitely going to get white on the top. If you go too low, you're still going to get your color, but you'll have white on the bottom, which isn't a big deal because you're going to be hiding behind your rainbows. Okay, so think about that. Now, for your paper in the background, one of the things that I did is when I first was making this card, I did the paper in the background first. Okay, so when I did the paper in the background, then I die cut it. I die cut your pieces for you. And so, because if you didn't have the cloud border, I wanted to make sure you had the clouds, because you could have the cloud punch, or you could, be creating something different, but I wanted you to have that cloud on there. So we're going to show you how I would do it if we did it differently, like I'm sending it to you. So there are our rainbow pieces. Here is our cloud. So you're going to have a cloud piece to pile back there. You're going to have your large cloud in the sky and your two little clouds. Okay. I gave you a long piece of paper again for your sentiment. Here is, let's put my gems right up there. Here is your piece for your cloud. You want your stitching to show upward. Okay, let's go ahead and put our piece on the inside. This is all from the rainbow paper that you get from the celebration. So let's go ahead and layer that up first. So we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive on our white piece and add it on our rainbow. And this is really nice to line up because you have lines. You just want to make sure your sides are even. So I like to put my insides in first, just so you know that you don't pick up that white piece of paper and say, oh, I'll use this to stamp on, or I'll cut this out of here, and you want to make sure you have your inside. So we're just going to set that aside. And I am going to bring back in my small grid sheet. And what it does is it keeps my space clean, but also when you're doing your blending and everything, you can blend on here and you're not having it all over here if you need to throw a piece of paper away, if it's too much, too little, whatever. And so that is helpful for me anyway. So my colors, I had a piece of paper here. What did I do? I'm digging my paper. Okay, so we're going to be using Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Balmy Blue, and Highland Heather. Okay, so these are the colors that I used, okay, for our rainbow. Now, it really doesn't matter to me if you're going up or down on your rainbow. This was pink up here. I really didn't want my pink and my yellow up here. I wanted it to kind of switch so that this really kind of popped out. So this is what we're going to do. Let's start with the bottom, and we're going to start with Poppy Parade. And you know what? I'm going to actually switch and do the daffodil first because it's lighter. And I would rather have my yellow on here first and not my red and then add my yellow brush. So we're going to just go with the yellow first. I'm going to turn it this way and we're going to start over here. But one of the things I want to do first is see how this point comes up? I just rounded it right off. So the die was short right there, and so I just round that off. And now you're going to get some yellow. Just kind of dab it in. Start off and then just kind of work your way on here. And you want to do it as light or as dark as you want. So just kind of keep going. Get the color that you want. I kind of do it in a circular motion. And just kind of go back and forth. And then you can go off again. And then just kind of go a little more on. And I'm going to turn it a little. Okay, so I'm good with that color. Because when you put your poppy on there, you're going to see what's going to happen. It's really pretty. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to Burbank this weekend to get the rest of my cabinets. Thank goodness it's the last trip. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my red. This is how I keep my brushes, just so you know. And then I label them, oops, on the back, except my gray doesn't have a label. But I label them on the back. And so now I'm going to go with my red. All right, so get your Poppy Parade, and I'm going to turn it this way now. And I'm going to go off because it's pretty dark. See how it's getting lighter? And then just start going. And again, do it as dark or as light as you want it. And if you don't want the red edges, so this one was larger and then I cut it down to the size I needed. So now the edges they don't have that darkness, but that does not bother me at all. So, but see how when you get it up to the yellow, it kind of has an orangey kind of look. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm good with that. It looks nice and soft and blended, so I'm fine with that for my bottom. Okay, so now that I used this, oh, you know what? We forgot. Mango Melody does go in the middle, so I should have done this next. So that's okay. We're going to pull out the orange. And then just kind of tap it. And then just go down the middle. That's why it looks so pretty. And it blends these two colors really nicely. Okay, so now you have that little bit of the red, the orange, and the yellow. So there we go, that's better. Now we're going to go to the next, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this over because I want my nice light green to be a nice light green and not rubbed through the red. So we're going to go with Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to move all these colors. So I'm going to pull up my green brush. And you're going to notice that the green is going to go behind all of this. So when I created this background, I had no idea what I wanted to do with the front. But I wanted to do the ombre and I wanted to add some clouds. And other than that, that's kind of what I knew. So I'm going to add a little more green because I want it to kind of come up a little bit. And so we're just going to tap that off. I like to put my finger up right here just so I have a little more control And I'm not afraid that anything's going to break, or I'm going to do a little darker and a little higher, because I think the green is just really makes it pop too. Okay, so now when you hold it, and once you get your cards there, you're going to realize that that green is just coming up behind the rainbow. So you kind of want a little extra green. And of course, it's whatever colors you like and what you want to see the most of. Okay, so I'm good with that. We're going to do green. And now we're going to pull out Balmy Blue. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. All right, so now I have Balmy Blue. Now my blue brush, my blue does Night of Navy, it does Misty Moonlight, and then I also have one that's like more Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, that kind of thing. So think about how dark this is the last time you used it. So I kind of try to, you know, rub it off a little bit. The best thing I think is a paper towel. Which I don't have. So I'm just going to kind of rub it off, and I just kind of rub hard just to kind of get that darker blue. And it doesn't really transfer or pick up when I do the lighter blue, but I just wanted to, I'm going to turn it here. And then what I like to do is we're going to take this scrap piece that we used. Wait, is this our scrap piece? I think it is. Well, if it's not, you know. And hold this, and just in case you have stuff on your fingers. All right, and then I'm going to go off and then just start going on. Okay, so get your blue. You can tell right there I started to press a little hard because it does have darker blues in it, so I don't want to do that, so be careful. Okay, so just get your blue on there. It doesn't have to be super dark. All right, so there's that. And then the next color is going to be Highland Heather. So this is going to be just like our tulip class on Saturday for those of you that joined the tulip class. And if you want to, you still can, but you would have to do your own kit. And I do have a PDF to where you can have your kit created and everything ready for Saturday, but it is a private link and it will just be those in the class. And we have some amazing projects we're going to do. 4 really cool projects. Okay, I want this a little darker. So let's go. So just keep going and get it as dark as you want it. Let me go back this way. All right. Hi, Becky. How are you? All right, so there is our purple. So see how we have some of the blue line, and that's okay. You can trim that down if you want to. Totally up to you. That does not bother me. It just adds a little bit of character. It just depends on the card, I think. But on the rainbow, I am really fine with it. So, like I said, you can make your colors as light or as dark as you'd like. Look how pretty, just the green and the blues and the purple is. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our card base back in, because this is going to have to be built up on the card base. So what you want to do is kind of lay it out. Okay, so it's going to be like that. how pretty that is. And now you're going to take your clouds, okay, oops, take care of your rainbow, don't lose your rainbow and your little clouds. And then your sentiment, we'll put that up there. My cloud tried to float away. All right, and now you're going to want to put this under. Now everybody's piece is a little bit different. These, I have to say, were a little hard to cut to get them to be squared and to show up on both sides. I mean, it just, because if you show it up here too much, it's down there, and it was just kind of funky. So you can turn it, because this is a straight edge anyway, okay? So you can turn it and get your cloud. Okay, here's another, that little die, just kind of cut that little tip off. So you can put it up here, get it like that, do it like this, and then you can cut that straight. Do you see what I mean? So get it to how you want it. So let's go ahead and add this on here first. And then I just kind of went around. All right, so let's put this here because you want it to be kind of like a 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Now remember, this is going to be down here, but it really doesn't matter if it's moved up or down a little bit. We're going to put this on here, and I'm going to do it kind of like, I want more cloud over here. So I'm going to do it like that. So just kind of, you know, figure out what works for you. And I'm going to add my little pieces of adhesive here, because you're going to be using dimensionals anyway to hold this down. All right. If you have any glue sticking up, I just kind of do this so it goes down. And now I'm going to bring in my silicone sheet so I can play with this. Now I want this to go across the bottom, so I want to show as much clouds as I can. So I'm going to kind of do like that. Okay, so this is as much cloud as I want. So what I'm going to do, bring your trimmer in. So just kind of adjust your cloud how you want it. And I'm looking at this piece only, okay? And I'm going to just slide it over and cut it off, okay? So you want to just make sure your cloud part is cut. And we're going to pop that up anyway, okay? So now it's going to be like that, okay? And you can pull it up a little bit, you can bring it down a little bit, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works for you. All right, so before we do that, we're going to lay this right here as if that's our cloud. All right, our piece. Let's go ahead and do our sentiment and get all of that done first. And let's see. Maybe I didn't take it out. You make me happy right here. I think that's so cute. All right, you make me happy. All right, let's just use this one while I have it right here. We'll just plop it down. It looks straight. All right, and then I rounded these corners, and I'll show you how I did that without a corner rounder. Okay, my head's probably going to get in the way, sorry. Uh-oh, low battery. I need to move my phone, so this is going to shake a minute. I got to put my phone on my battery charger. Oh, I hope that's charging. Okay, it's charging. All right, so get it inked up, and I just kind of put it a little ways away from the edge, and it's because I want to round the corners, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, there we go. So what I did is I have the cloud punch. And so I wanted to just make it look a little bit different. So I just pushed this in. Okay, this one's kind of rounded, a big round, and it's kind of angled, but this one's a little more narrow and it seems a little more straight. So what I did is I just took this and I went right in here and punched it. See that? Okay, and now I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to thread it in there and go all the way through right to about there. Okay, so you can see it, how far it is away from your words, and you can kind of get an idea of exactly the spacing, and it just kind of gives you a little finished edge on your sentiment. All right, so I put mini dimensionals on the back of the sentiment. So just turn that over. So punches, I love punches. I hope you guys like punches. Punches to me are just so easy and so nice. I'm going to put 5 on here just to give it a little security. I keep watching my husband walk by and pick up, I have glass windows over here to the left, and he keeps walking over and picking up more, well, look what I did. I'm not ready for that yet. Picking up more boxes to make more cabinets. All right, so we're gonna just pop this up and get it ready. So now you know it's not going to go anywhere. You could add a little one right there. So I'll probably just grab a mini and just put it right there just because it's a little tip there. All right, so now what I did is I brought this in, and use what you have, but I brought in my rainbow because you want to put that on first. And then you could turn this over. Look how cute that is. So you could turn your rainbow over and use different sides, okay? So this is all yellow, so that would be a yellow part of it, or you could just keep it with a solid. What do you guys want to do? Tell me, and I can change it up. So yellow, green, blue, and this is just right off of the paper, like I showed you. And just line up your lines here at the bottom the best you can. Do you guys want the printed or the yellow? Solid. Okay. We'll go with solid. That's the only vote I see. Now, remember this paper I showed you? So this is the this is that, well, this is from the dentist office. It's that dental paper, but you could get it off of Amazon. I linked it on my last video, I believe, and it is super light tack. So what I did is I picked it up like this. Okay, so you can use you know, your post-it note paper, anything like that. Fix your rainbow, get it how you want it. I'm going to put my glue on it. You could also use that what is that, press and seal paper, like that saran wrap press and seal. You can use that. I'm going to put my glue on here now. Okay, make sure you have your glue. I'll make sure I have it everywhere. All right, so we are going to check out where this is going to go. So we don't need this right now. And we're going to put this right about here, okay? So I want my rainbow to go right about here. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm eyeballing where it's going to go. and I want it to go right about there. Okay, so I'm going to put my rainbow, and I'm going to slowly pull this back. So yeah, the press and seal works like this too. Like I said, the post-it note paper, anything like this. This is low tack, and I've been using it for a while, and then I just put it up here on my laptop stand. Okay, and now we're going to take this. And we're going to bring our card in. Oops. You want to make sure that your right side's aligned. Now, had I done this, okay, so this right here, see this little edge right here? That bothers me. So I would have probably taken this die and moved it over. So do it longer, and then that way you can kind of manipulate it and, you know, work it, but it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. You could always put in another piece of paper right there that you cut off, like this little piece right here. Watch this. Let's see. Let's see what this does. Okay, we're going to take that, and because it's got the curve on it from the edge of the cloud. Okay, so we're going to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to take this little dimensional that I didn't cut all the way in half. There we go. And I'm going to take this little piece, and I'm going to put it right on here, and we're going to see how this looks. I'm going to round this corner just a tad because it's kind of choppy. Okay, and now I'm going to put it on the edge right here, and I'm just going to slide it right behind this little cloud. If I can stick it in there. Okay, so there it kind of covers, and this has a little tip on it. I'm just going to cut that little tip and make it look round. So see, it just looks like a part of a cloud now, so it's not a big deal. Can fix it, can fix anything, right? All right, so now let's take our cloud, and we're just going to put this up in the sky. Okay, so I'm looking, why does my line look so straight right there? Oh, it's my blue tape, I bet. Okay, so I don't like that, so hold on. See how my purple looks so straight? And I think it's because of my tape. So I'm going to get my blue, and I'm going to go right on the project. I don't want to come off of it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blending right there. And it just blends it up just enough not to have that harsh look, except now my hair is in the way. Okay, so that helped it. All right, I'm feeling better. All right, and we're going to put our cloud right here anyway, kind of down on the rainbow a little bit. Again, you don't want it perfectly up in the sky. And see how this one, it's a little lower than this one. It's all is what it is. Now we're going to have our little clouds. Where did my other cloud go? There's one. All right, I have another cloud. That wasn't the one oh, here it is. All right, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put one little cloud there and put a cloud over here. Kind of like you see in pictures, as you see the little clouds at the bottom of each one. This one, I didn't put the cloud up high enough, so we're just going to add a little cloud right there. And then this one, we're going to add this one right here, kind of floating. Let's get our wink of Stella. And you could color these before you put them on here, but I just do it after, but you could do it before. It's whatever you want. And I don't do a whole lot of Wink of Stella. I say that as it kind of blobs out, but I don't squeeze it at all. I just kind of brush it on there, but I did do that little shake, which made a little more come out, but that's okay. Thanks, Tashana. All right, so there that is. And then, oh, you know what I did is I did do a little splatter because, you know, it is rainbow. So add, don't squeeze out over your card. Make sure you do it to the side. I'm trying to not squeeze too much. Okay, so then make sure you wipe off all your stuff because you're going to have glitter everywhere. I even have it on my phone. All right, so we'll just put that right there. And now you want to take your rhinestones. I'm going to put this one up here because everything's kind of right here and there's not really anything up there, so we're just going to add it there. And as long as it's kind of in a triangle, it kind of gives it that balanced look. Oh, we need to add our sentiment. Where did that go? Because it already had sticky on it. So because I put Wink of Stella on here first, I want to make sure it's dry. And it is. And there you go, card number 4. So it can look a little bit different. Oh, Kathy, thank you. You're very sweet. So another really pretty, fun card. The supple shimmer paper is so pretty. This is perfect for clouds. And then your little treat you're going to get in your mail, you're going to get the pink supple shimmer. So you'll see that. Hermione is what takes stuff. It could be scary, trust me. Okay, so we're just going to wipe all that off. So again, I'll show you the cards at the end. So this is the one I just finished. So we'll move that over, let it dry a little bit. It matches my cup. See my sparkle cup? My friend made this for me. Isn't that pretty? And this is our glimmer paper. It's not the paper. She took a picture of it. And it's a gift, so I was excited. Thanks, you guys. Okay, woohoo, next bingo game. We're going to take this and get all the trash off of my desk. All right, don't forget, if you're playing bingo, you're still going to be in the a running for another little giveaway, so don't go anywhere. I'm just going to plop that right there. Thanks, you guys. All right, we are ready for bingo again, but I need to wipe off some glitter. I have got some glitter everywhere. All right. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thanks, Mary. All right, so last bingo. And for the 2 people I'm checking bingos, which is Leslie and Pat, if you do not hear from me, then it stays like it is. If you hear from me, I will let you know what the deal is. Okay? All right. Here we go. Oh, well, I guess 13 is first because it flew out of my cup. 13. Oh, let's move it down. Okay, this glare is just about to do me in right now. All right, here we go. 13. Ooh, Patricia is starting it out right. 23. Four. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and share and like, and don't forget to subscribe. 19, because you never know when I might pop on with another video and you will get notified. I also schedule a lot of stuff, and you'll see the schedule pop up first, so you can set a reminder also. Number 5. Again, don't forget you're on live chat. Lots of bees. Number 30. Number 30. All right. 16. $29. 27. Crystal has a bee eye. Kathy has a bee eye. There's lots of bees. Joan with a bee eye. Patricia. Tracy. Carolyn. Ooh, BIN for Kathy. Number 1. Oh, I'm going to go down here. Keep going. Number 1. Stephanie and Nancy Lee with the BI. $21. Oh, I forgot. 21. BIN for Patricia. Let me move them out of the glare. There we go. Patricia and Stephanie with the BIN. Tracy, BIN. All right, you guys, make sure your bar is all pulled all the way over, and make sure you're same time as me or close. Next number is 20. Thanks, Debbie. Crystal with the BIN. Number 2. Okay, back over a little bit. I don't know why. It's so weird how this room gives me a big old glare. Number 18. Crystal BIN, Nancy Lee BIN. All right. Ooh, got a lot of 18s, BIs. All right. 15. Carolyn, BIN. BI for Dana. Terry, BIN for Kathy. All right, here we go. Number 3. Ooh, BING for Steph. Okay, I'm going to try and move them over because, you know, I'm realizing I need to keep them in order. But this glare is just... There we go. Bing, when it rains. All right. All right. Ooh, Tracy has a B-I-N-G, and the next number is a 6. 666. 6, 6, 6, 6. Crystal has a B-I-N-G. Got my paper over here. I'm ready. I'm ready. A bong. Terry. Ready? 26. 26. That's okay, Terry. I knew what you meant. Crystal has a bingo. Let's see. All right, Crystal, let's take a look. We have a 3. We have a 5, 6, 19, 19, and 21. Good job. Crystal has a bingo. Bingo, bingo. Anybody else have a bingo? Crystal. Number 4 bingo. So close, Stephanie. So close. Again. Congratulations. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, Nancy Lee, just can't have it every time, right? Oh, first of all, I want to say thank you, everybody, for playing bingo. It's so much fun, and I really enjoy it. I love creating the kits for you guys, and I like showing you some tips and tricks and, you know, making it kind of an... Okay, my table shakes when I'm this way, so I should not touch it. Doing some little tips and tricks and techniques and things that, you know, help you. And I asked if people thought it was too complicated or too involved for a bingo, because I know it takes a good, you know, almost 3 hours to do my bingos. But I try to do a couple of things ahead unless I think it's going to be helpful to show you certain things like the slat wall, and there's something on the tulip class that we'll be doing that I'm going to show you. But anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I've heard a lot of people respond back, and they really like the way I'm doing it and how it's done. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. So a couple things. I'm going to do a drawing, so don't go anywhere. My next bingo is March 15th. I'd love it if you guys join. It's so much fun to see everybody, and we have such a good time. And if you want to, you can join now and then even pay closer. And I'll put a date on there once I kind of look at my calendar and decide when I'm going to do a cutoff. I like to do a cutoff. That way you're for sure going to get a kit. And then I usually make like an extra, you know, it just depends on the number. I round it up. And then that way I have some extra kits, but I announce it. And I say I have 5 kits left, I have 8 kits left, whatever I have, or I have a few kits left. And then that way, get them while you can, because sometimes when bingo starts, I don't have any more. But this way, your kits are kind of ready to go, and I can get them out to you, and you don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks. Or, you know, not 2 weeks, goodness, but a week or a few days. I like to get them to you as soon as possible. So that's kind of why I like to have kind of a cutoff time. So even if you sign up and say, I'm going to pay 3 days before bingo, that's fine. I have somebody that does that, and you know, sometimes she pays, sometimes she doesn't. Her kit was sold today. So that's kind of how that goes, because it's obviously if you pay, you get your kit, and if you don't, you're not going to get it. So, and I can't hold spots at a certain time. Thank you, you guys. Okay, so Saturday's tulip class. Oh, before I forget, bingo for March. The link is below. So it's going to be different. And let me tell you how. When you go onto that link, it's going to take you directly to the shop. So normally how you pay, it's going to give you the description, the registration, and the pay all on the same page. Okay, so that will be all on the same page. I'm trying to make it easier for you guys. This whole shop thing's a little bit of a learning curve for me too. So I'm learning that I don't have to have the things separate. It's all going to be in the shop. So eventually I'm going to start moving stuff. Everything will be in the shop to purchase. For my next bingo, I do not know. For March, I love to get your guys's suggestions on what you'd like to see. I thought I would do a masculine card. I also thought I would do a scene and do registration. Oh yeah, stuff it is. Somebody wants to see a scene, and so I'm going to do a scene, and that scene may be a masculine, or I might do one of each. I don't know, so let me know what you'd like to see in bingo, and I can do that. And like I said last time, sometimes you pick up a set and you know exactly what you want to do, or you come up with some great ideas for cards, and other times you can pick it up and go, I'm not feeling it. So, Patricia, I think I'm going to do a wave class. I'm thinking about doing a wave class. I will know really soon. It depends on my room and what's going on. I think I'm crazy if I schedule another class right now. So it may be in bingo, probably for sure. Yeah, I did just do a video on that, so look at that. Oh, Terry, it's definitely going to be a variety. This time it just happened to be 3 flower cards. I don't know how. I wanted to do the slat wall. I wanted to do the blending blender pen, and the blending brush. So you guys can kind of give those a try. I'm hoping that bingo is going to make you step out of your comfort zone and try some new and different things. And so that's, but not always, but I thought that would be kind of fun this time. So yeah, I will definitely do animals, Nancy Lee. Okay, let me write this down. I was asked about a scene and animals. Oh, good, Patricia. I'm glad you did. And the wave. Okay, that helps me a lot. Okay, so that being said, okay, there was something else. Oh, the tulip class again. If you guys want to do that, this Saturday at 4 o'clock, it's a live event, but it's going to be a private link. So if you want to participate, those of you that purchased the kit, you already have it. Those of you that would like, and in the kit, they also got the PDF and the private video link. That is no longer available for the kit, but you can still purchase just the PDF and the private video link. And the PDF is 5 pages long, more with the supplies listed. And it is going to be all the measurements for you. And then you'll have the video. You can either come live and we'll all do it together, or you can just purchase it and do it at your own leisure. But the video will be live with all of us. And I'll add the timestamps just like I do with bingo. And you can just hop to the links and create on your own time. Oh, thank you, Terry. Oh, geometric. Okay. All right. Let's see really quick. Again, let me show you the cards that we did tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I had so much fun, and I'm trying to pull out my little prize that I'm going to give. All right. So you have to have played bingo to win this prize. So only those that paid and played tonight for bingo. Okay, Kathy. Yeah, let me know. Everybody should be receiving those kits. Okay, so if you haven't received your tulip kit, let me know. What else? Okay, so Stampin' Crazy Shop. I've purchased something from them, and they know that I do videos, and I guess they've seen me use their product, And so they sent me something to several of these, so they'll be coming up in my future bingos. Is they sent this to me to give out as a gift, and so it will be a surprise right now. I'll show it to you when you win. So pick a number between 1. We have 54 people on right now. Wait a minute, don't go yet because I got to write my number down. Okay, so I wrote my number down. So pick a number between 1 and 53. 53, because somebody left. So 1 and 53, put a number down, and I will tell you who wins, and it will come, your gift will be in your package of your bingo. So for those that are new, just keep writing numbers down, and you're going to win something if you pick the right number. Also, your bingo packets always go out after bingo. That way you guys can relax, have fun, chat, visit. Ooh, you guys are close. And visit. Oh, Joan. Joan won. Joan won, number 38. Doop, 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 Joan. Joan won. I always love when I see all your guys' numbers just keep on going. All right, so you guys are still just going to town on here. And Joan won. I think the numbers are catching up to real time because you guys are still guessing. And I'm on live chat, so I don't know if you guys aren't on live chat anymore. All right, Joan won, you guys. Yay, Joan saw that she won. Congratulations. So what you are going to get, and this is from Stamp It Crazy, is this 3D. It's for your platform, for your Stamparatus. You guys have probably seen me use mine. I have the blue one, and so this is the yellow one. And so she sent some of these, so they'll be coming up in the future. And so this will go in your package. Yay! So it's really nice, a nice size on the hand. So good, Joan. All right, so gosh, I know that there was other things to tell you. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. There will not be a video tomorrow because I am taking the day off. I'm spending some time with my grandson, and I will actually be in here after I visit, babysit him, starting March's class, because I'm going to be painting soon and doing flooring and cabinets and moving, hopefully soon. Next week I will be going with my granddaughter, going to visit my granddaughter next Friday, I think, so that's her birthday. 7, can you believe it? So I'm going to be up there visiting her, so I'm going to have a little time off, so I will not be there that Sunday, 25th, 26th, the 27th. I will be traveling back home. So thank you, Tracy. I'm geared up for the tulip class. I'm super excited about it. I will probably not have a class in March because I'm expecting myself to be moving. But I will have bingo, definitely have bingo. So, oh, she gets paper pumpkin. I send it every month to her. She is a subscriber because she loves it. When I was up there last time, I stopped it because her year was up. And I thought, I'm going to see if she actually uses it or says anything about it. And that was the first thing she said is, Ani, I haven't been getting my paper pumpkin. And I was like, oh, do you use it? And she showed me all her cards. And I was like, okay then. So I just signed her back up. I think she missed 1 month. And then she was active again. So Oh, Nancy Lee, that is exciting. Congratulations. Kathy, I'm glad. Okay, so for all of you that want to put your order in, I would love you to be my customer if you are looking for a demonstrator. I'd really appreciate it. And for those of you that won bingo, Marcie at marciebeseckerdesigns.com. Send me your order. And I think winner. I think you guys have all been winners, or you're a demonstrator and you know how it works. So let me know. I'm looking. Okay, so Terry, I do the tulip class. Do I need the dies, or could it be used with tulip punch? Okay, I die cut out everything for you. Your kit is going to be remarkable. All you need is stamping. So if you don't have the same stamp set, use the other tulip set. So if you look at here, up at the top, that card has a lot of die cuts on it, and I do those for you. The left side is a circle sentiment. You can change that up and put something else if you want. Yes, Terry, I am out of kits. You would have to do, I give you all the measurements for yourself. So if you want to join and use the other tulip class, you can kind of do the same panel sizes, use different paper. You can use whatever you want to. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on this set, but you can absolutely, use your other tulip set and your punch and your dies. But you can still do the same panels and the same, colored papers, or, whatever you choose to do. And the little purse thing alone is just so cute. So it is only $20 for the PDF and the video link. So for $20, you're going to visit with us Saturday, have a good time, learn how to do, all those cards. You'll have the PDF to do it differently, but you can use whatever paper and dies you want. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. And if you are a customer and you are interested in signing up, right now is the perfect time. You get 2 free stamp sets. There's only a couple weeks left. You can join now, and here is the awesome thing. You join now, it's February. So January, February, March is your first quarter, and that doesn't even count. You don't have to meet your quota. But whatever you spend in those 3 months goes towards your next quarter. So if you spend $300 in that month, your first official quarter, which is April, May, and June, you'll be covered and you're set. And you're going to have that discount until June, and then July is your grace period. What happens during that time is the new catalog comes out. So not only are you going to have your celebration for the next couple weeks and your mini catalog until June, you're going to see the brand new catalog. You get to order early. Where did you get your holder for your blending brushes? Carolyn, down below, there's a link for Stampin storage, and that's where I got it. So anyway, signing up is really a great time right now. You'll start out with 20%. It can go up, depends on your sales and all that good stuff. If people say, I don't have people to sell to, I don't have, anybody, I don't know if I can meet my quota, you're going to get a discount through June anyway. So why not do it? You get 2 extra free stamp sets. So for $99 with tax, so whatever your tax is, here it's about, it turns out to be about $107. It's free shipping. You get $125 in product for $99 and 2 free stamp sets and a 20% discount until June. You get a free paper pumpkin, all kinds of good stuff. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that very much. So yes, this is from Stampin' Storage. It's 3 pieces. This piece, and the top piece. You use a little bit of wood glue. I use something called Inca Gold. It comes in tons of colors. You just take a paper towel and just rub it on, and this, there's tons of different colors. I just used pink. But there's all kinds of colors and it comes in a glossy, but you can spray paint it or whatever you want. I love it. Now this one is the 10, but there's like a lot of different sizes. So you can get them bigger or smaller and choose what you want. But I love it because it's lightweight and they fit. A lot of holders, I'm going to tell you, will not fit our wide handles because our handles are a little wider than most brushes, than most blending brushes. And this fits it perfectly. So they just slide right in and fit in there, and I love it. And I don't find the need to need one that's bigger than 10. Like I said, I use the blues and the yellows, and I mix and match the same style, same type of colors. So hopefully that helps. Ooh, Joan, I got to put your name on this, or I'm going to forget. So if you don't have any other questions, if you do, let me know. Joan. Congrats, Joan. You seem to be a lucky one. So this will go in your kit. This is another reason your kits are done but not sealed, because I don't want to not put your goodies in. You are welcome, Tashana. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic night. And keep up on my Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs. And that's where I post some updates and some pictures and some funnies and things like that. But you'll see my craft room hopefully progressing. I can't wait to go see how many cabinets my husband put together. All right. Have a great, fantastic evening. And I will catch you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye.